Well, it is time to start hilling corn. Let me show you what I'm doing. I got my arsenal out here and I'm ready to start hilling. It's getting tall. I probably should have already hilled it once, but I had to replant some bare spots and I've been waiting on them to come up. So let me show you what I do in hilling my corn. So I'm gonna use the high arch because that's the way I've already got the plow set up on the high arch. But I really don't need it yet because the corn is not tall. But that corn can be about almost 2 feet tall, and you can still use this high arch to hill your corn. Now, why do you hill corn? Well, right now, as you can see, we got a lot of wind and some of that corn is starting to kind of bend over a little bit, and it helps it stand up better. Gives it a better opportunity to make a good root system, and it does protect it from the wind from falling over some. Now I've got to be real careful for 2 reasons. I've got drip line under this I don't want to cut and have to redo, and also I've got some small seedlings that are only up about 1 inch or 2, and I don't want to cover those up. So I'm trying to heal the corn that's up 8 or 10 inches tall and not cover up the corn that's only up 1 or 2 inches tall. So I'm gonna go real slow and real careful and just see what I can do. Again, my main concern is if I cover up a stalk or 2 of corn, that's not as bad as tearing up this drip wire, because I don't want to have to redo it. So now, you know, if I wasn't scared of it, I should just go right through it pretty easily. But I just don't want to throw up so much dirt that I'm covering up those little ones. So when I get to a patch that's pretty tall, I may go ahead and speed up a little bit. But for right now, there you go. Now we can speed up a little bit, as long as we don't cut that hose. And I am real close to the hose there on the left side, because apparently I planted off a little bit to one side. So that's one. That looks not bad. Let me come down and start on this end again, because I can see where my hose is, where my drip hose starts. I watered real heavy yesterday. Probably should have waited till after I got this done, because it's kind of gummy, but it needed it. So come through again. I've got some little bitty ones right there that's only up about 1 inch or so, so I'm careful on them. Speed up a little bit when I get to the taller stuff. Slow down a little bit when I get to the little stuff. Again, it's not hard to push. I'm just trying to be careful. Don't want any mistakes here. Okay, I'm gonna try coming back this way. I can see the end of the row, the end of the drip tape right here, so that gives me a pretty good idea where it is. These are up pretty tall right here, and then they're little bitty right there. So slow down a little. Boy, this is gummy. Wish I hadn't watered so heavy yesterday. But you can see that soil is in good shape. That is beautiful, black, composty soil. And after I get through this, I'm gonna cultivate the middles, because they're getting a few weeds, a little bit of grass and stuff. But let me do this. Let me get the hilling done first, and then we'll move on to the cultivating. So let me show you what I'm gonna do now, clear out the middles of the rows. So with the Haas wheel hose, you have several different cultivating options. This is the one that comes with the wheel hoe. When you buy a wheel hoe, it will come with a set of just cultivators that you normally used to seeing. I think a single wheel hoe has 3 cultivators. The double has 4, if I remember right. So I've attached 4 to this one. But let me show you the one I really like. This is my favorite by far. These are knives basically, and they're facing forward. And as it goes through the ground, it kicks the ground up. You can see how it's kind of bent in an upward position there, both of them, offset from each other so they don't cross. You know, they get close to each other but not cross. But as it goes through the soil, it kicks it up and throws it out of the way. So let me just push it through here and just show you how easy it is. And I'm just going to do the rest of this thing if I've got the stamina to do it all. This is about a 12, 13, 14 inch width swath as I go through, and I'll overlap. Sunflower from last year. Volunteer. 3 feet apart for a little bit. Let's go again. Okay, so that's the whole thing. I didn't show you my beans. I'll walk over in a minute. The corn looks pretty good, standing up fairly straight considering the amount of wind we got right now. And the beans, of course, on a double row, you can't get in between the rows, especially if you got drip tape. I had to do some repairs on this one so it's not buried. I had to dig it up and do some repairs on the back end of it over there. But the rest of it's buried, and you know, you just can't come in here with a hoe or anything. But once they start really developing like this down here is, they'll start overshadowing and shading out the middles, and they won't grow any weeds and stuff. It'll all die out probably, we're hoping. We got 3 double rows of contender green beans, but that's what it looks like. It looks good. I'm real pleased with it. I'll get 120, 150 ears of corn off of it. This is ambrosia corn, in case I didn't say, from Haas Tools. First year of my planting ambrosia, but my neighbor swears by it, just loves it. And he's planted a bunch of different varieties, and ambrosia is his #1. And if you don't have any of the Haas tools, the wheel hose and the attachments, they really will make your gardening life easier. Now, if you've got a 10 by 10 plot, you know, you don't need a wheel hoe. But if you've got a substantial amount that you're growing, you know, if you're growing a 1/4 acre garden or a 1/2 acre garden or something like that, anything over a 1/4 acre, those things come in handy, and you wouldn't regret the purchase. So I've got a link below. It's my associate link to Haas Tools, and I appreciate it if you use that link if you do buy from them, whether it's fertilizer or tools or whatever. They sponsor my channel, and I just appreciate them and want to pass the word on, because everything they make is quality. Their seeds are quality all the way up to their wheel hose. They'll last for your lifetime and your kids and grandkids too if they take care of them. All right, I think that's it. This old man gonna go get a drink of water. All right, we're going.